At first glance, the Gran Chaco may seem like nothing more than a dry, forgotten patch of the South American map. Yet anyone who truly looks soon discovers that here lies one of the planet's most astonishing biomes, a land forged by extremes, where heat punishes, drought defies, yet life stubbornly blooms. And it is in this very apparent desolation that the signs of divine perfection are unveiled. Nothing here is by chance. Every animal, every tree, every sun-cracked stone plays its part in the balance that God crafted with masterful wisdom. It is in this dry and mysterious forest that creatures such as the giant anteater dwell, the blue and yellow macaw, the puma, even the king vulture. Each with unique habits, ingenious strategies, and essential roles. Within this world, few dare to explore. This is not merely survival. This is purpose. For even on scorched earth, God has planted beauty, wisdom, and complexity. And for those with both spiritual and scientific sight, the Gran Chaco becomes a living classroom of adaptation, interdependence, and practical miracles. Every creature in this land seems to carry a lesson. Some teach silent strength, others communion, patience, renewal. The deeper we enter these stories, the clearer it becomes that nothing was made in vain, not even the arid silence of the forest. Everything here has a purpose. Everything echoes a greater message. For if there is one place where the hand of God can be felt, even in the dust rising from the ground, that place is the Gran Chaco. Gliding on the hot air currents of the Gran Chaco, the king vulture appears like a royal phantom with snow-white plumage, an awe-inspiring wingspan, and a head painted in shades of yellow, orange, and red. It does not flap like other vultures. It glides in sovereign silence, as though it already knows every secret of the world below. Its vision is so keen, it can spot a carcass kilometers away. And as it descends, there is no hurry. It knows it will eat first. No one dares challenge it. Contrary to what many believe, the king vulture is not merely a scavenger. It is the ecosystem's great cleanser. By consuming the carcasses, it prevents the spread of disease and bacteria and prefers fresh meat. Its strength and size place it at the top. Among the scavengers, the others wait. And when it leaves, the feast opens to the rest. It is as if it were the gatekeeper of natural cleansing, deciding who enters and who waits. During the day, it soars over vast expanses in search of food. Its body is light, built for effortless, long-distance flight. On the ground, it walks awkwardly, almost comically. But make no mistake, it is majestic. Its beak is strong enough to tear hides that other vultures cannot breach. And its striking appearance is no accident. It serves to deter predators and to communicate visually with its own kind. Each color seems to carry a specific message. The king vulture builds its nest in remote, protected places, usually on the ground, among trunks and roots. It lays only 1 or 2 eggs, but tends them with profound dedication. The chicks are born fragile and gain strength over the months, learning from their parents the art of flight and patience. This passing of wisdom between generations is rare among birds of its kind. And perhaps that is why it commands respect, even from those who do not understand its ecological role. It flies high, silent, discreet. It needs no cries or displays of power. Its authority lies in its actions, in the flawless role it plays, and thus from above, it witnesses everything that happens in the Chaco. In the heart of the Gran Chaco, where the dry forest meets flooded lowlands, prowls the continent's most feared predator, the jaguar. Its steps are so silent that prey senses its presence only when it is already too late. With powerful muscles and jaws, capable of piercing a turtle's shell or a tapir's skull, it does not merely hunt, it executes. Yet it is not only strength that defines this animal, it is patience, strategy, and absolute dominion over its territory. The jaguar knows every corner, every scent, every trail. Its instinct is honed by time. During the day, the jaguar seeks the retreat of shadows, resting in dense trees, hidden from the scorching heat and curious eyes. As dusk falls, it awakens. It does not rush its movements. It watches, listens, waits. Its hunting method is precision. It does not chase like a starving wolf. It approaches slowly, calculating every step. And when it strikes, it is lethal. This economy of energy is essential in a biome that does not always offer abundance. The jaguar's diet in the Gran Chaco is varied, from tapirs to capybaras, from deer to caimans. It all depends on availability, and it adapts with ease. If one species grows scarce, it shifts focus, adjusts its tactics, moves to another area. This flexibility is what ensures its survival in such an unpredictable land. It is no wonder it has become a symbol of strength and intelligence. While others succumb to change, it endures, silent and efficient. Despite its majesty, the jaguar faces grave threats: habitat loss, illegal hunting, and prey scarcity directly impact its numbers. Yet it persists. As an ancient guardian of the dry forest, its presence is proof the ecosystem still breathes, still pulses, and when it roars in the distance, it is as if the land itself were speaking. For those who live in the Chaco, knowing the jaguar still walks there is, paradoxically, a comfort. But not all inhabitants of the Chaco walk in the shadows. Some prefer open skies, high branches, and vivid colors. And among them, a flying jewel of blue stands out. High in the twisted trees of the Chaco, the howler monkey leaps with effortless grace, as if every branch were a natural extension of its body. It does not merely live, it explores the environment with an intelligence that astonishes even seasoned researchers. With watchful eyes and deft hands, it can use stones and the sticks as tools, cracking tough fruits and reaching hidden insects. It is as if it carried a portable workshop in its mind. Curiosity is its hallmark. Nothing escapes its notice when a howler monkey is near. Its life is always communal, living in well-structured groups. Communication is constant. Whistles, roars, and complex facial expressions form their own language. In the intense heat of the Gran Chaco, it seeks shade during the fiercest hours and forages in the cool of morning. Fruits, seeds, eggs, and even small vertebrates are on the menu. It knows where to find food and when. Each plant bears its best fruit. Nothing is random. The howler monkey is methodical. Even in a dry land, it has found efficient ways to survive. The leafy trees, though scarce, are its stronghold. It rarely descends to the ground, where predators lurk, and when it must move between trees, it does so with astonishing speed. Every member of the troop has a role, and all cooperate like a small society. They are like city dwellers, living in the wilderness, each with a task, a schedule, and a responsibility. The intelligence of the capuchin monkey also shines in how it faces challenges. It learns from mistakes and passes knowledge to the young. Like a true mentor, it is common to see an adult teaching a juvenile to use a stone to crack a nut, or pointing out a hidden nest of eggs. These behaviors are rare in nature and reveal the evolutionary depth of these small inhabitants. And while they live this sophisticated routine, among the branches, another more terrestrial and silent creature approaches the water. The puma, often called the ghost of the forest, is a master of blending into the shadows of the Gran Chaco. It rules this arid land with agility and cunning. Its watchful eyes catch every movement in the dry scrub, while its padded paws allow it to move without a sound. It is a solitary hunter that avoids direct confrontation, preferring silent ambushes. It hunts at twilight when the light favors its swift and precise attacks. Its presence is felt more than seen, and it is in that silence that it reigns supreme. Unlike other big cats, the Chaco puma adapts its diet to whatever the land provides. From small rodents to medium-sized animals, everything is on the menu. It is not picky, but strategic. In times of scarcity, it may venture into more open areas, where deer and armadillos are more common. Its hunting strategies shift with need. Sometimes it waits motionless for hours in a tree, Other times it tracks nearly invisible signs for kilometers. Its instinct is shaped by experience and environment. During the day, the puma prefers to rest in shaded, sheltered places, such as natural caves or dense vegetation, avoiding extreme heat that could impair its efficiency. Night, however, is when its true nature emerges, when its agile body becomes a lethal weapon. It knows every corner of the dry forest, knows where prey drinks and where it hides. Its territory is marked not only with urine, but with the memory of every successful ambush. In the Gran Chaco, the puma also plays a vital ecological role, regulating herbivore populations and other small mammals. Without it, there would be imbalance. Its presence commands respect and keeps the system in order. It is a symbol of silent power, showing that true strength need not be loud. Its bond with the land is almost spiritual, and though it rarely crosses a human path, all who live there know it is near with every unseen step it takes. The puma reveals the wisdom of those who live on the edge of perception. And as it vanishes into the dry scrub, another resident of the Chaco draws near, more playful, more vocal, yet equally adapted to this unforgiving world. Even amid the aridity of the Gran Chaco, where heat turns branches dry and dust dances in the wind, the Yacare caiman finds its kingdom. It gathers in flooded areas, true oases for countless species. There it lies, eyes almost motionless above the water. Watching, it appears inert. But the moment prey draws near, its true speed is revealed. In seconds, the silence shatters with a ferocious lunge. That is when it shows why it is one of the region's most feared predators. Its feeding is opportunistic. A fish crossing its path is ideal. A distracted bird, even better. The caiman does not choose. It adapts to what nature offers. And when resources are scarce, it enters a state of energy conservation, reducing activity and preserving strength. This behavior is crucial in a biome where cycles of flood and drought are unpredictable. With its metabolism finely tuned to the environment, it can go days without eating, awaiting the perfect moment. During the day, it prefers to bask motionless in the sun, regulating its body temperature. At night, it becomes more active, its eyes glowing in any light, like natural lanterns. This nocturnal habit helps it surprise prey that come to drink. It knows every bend in the wetland, every ambush point. Its nests are built of mud and vegetation, and females display remarkable maternal care, staying close, defending their eggs from predators like armadillos and coyotes. The presence of the Yacare caiman in the Gran Chaco represents balance. It controls populations of fish, amphibians, and even water birds. And where it lives, there is water, life, and a functioning ecosystem. When it vanishes, it is a sign of imbalance. That is why conserving these wetlands is so vital to the entire food chain. It is strange to think that an animal of such fierce appearance is in fact one of the main architects of harmony among the creatures of the plain. Amid the dry trees of the Wild Chaco, where green gives way to brown, a flash of blue cuts gracefully across the sky. It is the great blue macaw, one of South America's most spectacular and rarest birds. Its flight is slow, almost ceremonial, as if displaying the beauty it carries. In its feathers, it does not go unnoticed. Its harsh cry echoes through jungles and savannas, announcing its arrival. It lives in pairs or small family groups, with bonds as strong as the toughness of its beak. The great blue macaw chooses with precision where it will live, preferring areas with palms, where it finds food in tree cavities for nesting. In the Chaco, this search is even more challenging. Due to the scarcity of suitable trees, yet it persists, using its powerful beak to crack hard fruits and reach seeds few others can, and other hidden treasures in the sparse vegetation. The sound of seeds being crushed by its beak is almost a declaration. Here lives someone fiercely determined. The fidelity between pairs is remarkable. Great blue macaws stay with the same mate for life. They care for each other, feed together, and share duties. During breeding season, this sense of partnership is rare in nature. In the Chaco, where challenges are constant, this union becomes essential. Protecting the nest and chicks requires vigilance. And like devoted parents, they take turns ensuring safety and food. It is a dance of love and survival. Yet the macaw's beauty is also its curse. For decades, it was a victim of the wildlife trade and habitat destruction, drastically reducing its numbers. But thanks to conservation efforts, it is once again seen more often. In the skies of the Chaco, it remains a rare sight. But now it carries hope on every wing beat. When a great blue macaw crosses the dry sky, it is as if the biome itself were saying there is still a chance to be reborn. And as they slice the air with their powerful cries, on the ground another traveler creeps. Among dry leaves and fallen trunks, a small creature with a long tongue and curious snout, ready to explore every corner. In the vastness of the Wild Chaco, the tapir is a heavy shadow, that walks in silence among dry branches and twisted shrubs. With its robust body and calm movements, it prefers already beaten paths, as if it knew the invisible map of this land. It usually inhabits areas near watercourses, even during the harshest dry seasons. There it finds refuge, both to cool off and to forage. Its diet is based on leaves, fruits, and even bark, which it tears with its powerful jaws. Few animals possess the patience and endurance it displays on its nocturnal wandering. Always alert, it perceives the world more through smell and hearing than sight. Contrary to popular belief, the tapir is not solitary out of pride, but out of strategy in the Chaco, where the environment is hostile and predators watchful. Traveling alone is a way to avoid conflict and conceal its tracks. When the sun begins to set, dusk is the perfect time to search for food without suffering the searing heat of day. Its slow walk, almost hypnotic, is a form of energy conservation, essential in a land where every resource is precious. And despite its size, it moves with surprising discretion. The vegetation of the Gran Chaco presents obstacles and challenges that the tapir has learned to master. Over time, it recognizes the right paths, senses hidden water, and can detect ripe fruit, even from afar. It is not uncommon to see it vanish into the landscape as if it were part of it. When threatened, it does not hesitate to enter water or mud, where it camouflages easily, and if necessary, its charges can drive off even medium-sized predators. It is an animal of peace, but do not be fooled. It knows how to defend itself when required. Tapirs in the Chaco have enormous importance for the ecosystem. Though they make no noise, by feeding on fruits, they disperse seeds across the territory, helping keep the forest alive. With every step, they are planting the region's future. Their connection to the land is so profound they can sense coming climate changes with a sensitivity most ignore. They do not race against time. They simply follow its flow, and in that silent rhythm, they continue to sustain biodiversity. The tapir, living in this dry and challenging world, teaches us about patience, discretion, and connection with nature. It demands nothing beyond what is needed, and in return offers balance all around. A silent guardian of the Chaco that walks without haste but with purpose. In the vast aridity of the Chaco, where resources are scarce, the capybara manages to live in harmony, as if it had made a secret pact with the land. It prefers flood-prone areas and the banks of seasonal rivers, where it can feed and cool off in peace. With its calm eyes and slow steps, it seems nothing affects it. But do not be deceived. Behind that gentle appearance lies a master of collective survival. The capybara is extremely sociable, living in large supportive groups. Its favorite food is grass, and in the Chaco, this demands resilience. During dry seasons, it must search harder for what little vegetation remains. Its teeth grow continuously, adapted to grind tough fibers. And when the heat is fierce, it submerges in water or hides in burrows dug along riverbanks. There it finds relief and safety, like a diplomat of nature. It coexists with many species, including birds that perch on its back, seeking insects. The capybara's behavior is one of the most balanced in the region. It does not attack, does not fight violently for territory, and knows when to yield. This way of life avoids conflict and ensures the group thrives. Even when danger is sensed, its first response is collective alarm, a sharp call that warns everyone. It is time to run for the water. That unity strengthens the species. It is as if they understood that alone, they would be fragile, but together they become nearly invincible. Watching a group of capybaras, one can see how nature finds simple solutions to complex problems. They do not fight for leadership. They seek no dominion. They simply survive in peace. Their ability to adapt to dry, hot conditions is a lesson for anyone facing daily challenges. And when dusk warms the earth, it is common to see them gathered, resting in silence, as if they knew that every day overcome is a victory. But what happens when night falls and silent hunters take the stage?